Hey everyone, it's Arcanus Gaming. Thank you for tuning into another video. Today's video we have WOLCEN's 1.0.8.0 patch, and it's finally here. Today is Friday. I believe it came out last week on Wednesday, so it's a few days behind, but we have it nonetheless. And there's some pretty good stuff. I did scan through the patch a little bit. It looks like they're working more towards on fixing bugs and just general things instead of trying to nerf and buff abilities. I feel like they should have done something like this first before they start hitting the nerf button. But it's glad to see that they are moving towards the right direction and learning from their mistakes. But anyway, we're going to go through the patch notes together, see what's important, and maybe hopefully see some good stuff and hopefully fix some really important issues that's been happening with the game. Again, we'll go down the list, starting with the general tab. So the first one is fix an issue causing right clicks on items in the inventory to be resolved as left clicks. Now, first off, this is a huge one already. I don't know if this was happening to you, but this was always happening to me. If I either try to put something in my bank or sell something, I'd spam right click it and nothing would happen. I'd have to right click it like 10 to 15 times for it to actually like sell or go into the bank. So it's good that they fixed that finally. Fix an issue causing UI glitch when selling right-hand weapon directly from equipped inventory while dual-wielding weapons. Never had that problem. I always just put it into in the inventory before I sold it. I never actually sold it from when I had it in my hand. So if anyone is having a problem with that, I'm glad that's fixed. Fix the no mortality exploit happening when joining a game. That's a big issue. Never happened to me, but I'm glad to fix something like that. Fix an issue causing loot to drop at one's feet when an ally player opened a chest. Okay, so multiplayer, I guess this was happening. Again, I've never played multiplayer yet, but if someone else would open a chest, it would drop at someone else's foot or feet. So that sounds like doesn't sound like too much of a problem, but I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed issues causing the staff projectiles to fail their hits on big monsters. And wow, that's a big issue because if you don't hit your auto attack, you're not getting your willpower back, so I'm glad to fix that. Fix an issue causing environmental projectiles to deal no damage during Chapter 2 quest. Really specific. If this has ever happened to me, I don't remember, but I'm glad they fixed something like that to help people in the story mode, because I know a lot of people are having problems with the story mode. So it's good to see that they're still trying to fix just little things to help players progress through the story. Fix an issue allowing players to revive several allies at the same time if they were close enough. Okay, I'd see why this is a problem for multiplayer. Yeah, glad they fixed that. Fix the bug causing players to lose gold and primordial affinity when connecting to a game. See, I never really pay attention to my gold and primordial affinity anymore. I don't know if this has been affecting me, but if it has, I'm glad they finally fixed it. If it was affecting people, hopefully they were able to get you your stuff back. But if not, I'm glad it's fixed. Fix an issue causing players to collide with each other after reviving from a down state. I can see where that causes problems. That's good. Fix an issue causing some players to have two WOLCEN tag, preventing them from adding friends. Again, never really played multiplayer, but I'm glad they're fixing stuff like that. So that's done. That's the general stuff. Now we're moving into user interface. Allies' health bars are now displayed for summoned minions. That's good. Added minimap icons to some level entrances, which didn't have one. That's good. I hopefully that affects the vendor as well, because sometimes I'd enter an expedition or a map, and I would see the guy standing there, but on the minimap there'd be no symbol for him. So hopefully that's a part of it. I know it says level entrances, but who knows? Fix the bug displaying a seemingly increased magic find bonus and quest tracking UI. That's good. I mean, if it's a fake number, then it doesn't help anyone. But I honestly don't really pay attention to stuff like that. So gameplay-wise, there's a little bit of stuff here. Reduce the level requirement for tier 15 weapons and tier 4 accessories from level 60 to level 50. That's good. It's going to help people climb a little bit more and level a little bit faster by getting stronger. Fix an issue preventing an auto dash from receiving various modifiers from attack-related passive nodes. That's cool. I don't actually ever care to auto dash. I know there's some passives and stuff like that affect the auto dash, so it's good that they're fixing that. But I don't think I don't know. I haven't tried a viable build that really depends on auto dashing and attacking. Again, I know there's passives there, but hopefully they, I know, change something like that to make, you know, just melee a little bit more viable, like just auto attacking. It might be, but I haven't seen a build where you straight up just auto attacking super fast. So anyway, gameplay. Last one, offering altars panels and untainted reward screens are not affected by item quantity modifiers anymore. Not sure how that affects it. Like, I know with the offering shrine, like, I'd only get one item instead of like a list of like 5 to choose from. I don't know if that's referring to that. Yeah, let me know if you know what that's talking about there. So the Gates of Fate, we have some passive fixes, just the computation of some, if I said that word right. Blessed Silver, Sparking Dart, and Static Transferal. So it's good that they fixed passive nodes. Definitely, if you pick a passive, you want it to be working correctly. So if you were using these passives before, hopefully this is really great news because they're working a little bit more or better now. Activation skills. Fix an issue preventing the Baptism by Hail modifier of Havoc Orb to work. I'm not sure what that does, but if you were using Havoc Orb with that modifier, glad it's helping you now. Fix an issue leading summoned monsters of other players to block you when joining a game. You can see why that could be annoying. Good they fix that. Fix the bug causing summons to collide with projectiles in force attack mode. Okay. Again, I don't really mess with the summon stuff, but if you're having these problems, good. Okay, this is the big one. There's a lot of problems with the monsters right now, so let's see what they're fixing with these. Noxious swarm rings have been reintegrated and are now properly targetable. Not sure what enemy this is. I'm sure I'll start seeing it a little bit more. Not that they're back in the game, of course, but not sure which ones these are. Increase the scale of the pacified exoskeletons in Endgame. Increase the scale. So that just means they're bigger. That means they're easier to hit and have bigger like attack ranges. I don't know. But those are like the big robot guys. So hopefully that just means they're easier to hit. Adjusted the health bars of the harvesters. Okay. Improved the projectile capsule of small monsters. Reduced the health provided by the tough boss modifiers from 75 to 30%. That's a huge deal. This is definitely going to help people clear higher rifts, higher expeditions, excuse me, because if they had tough, they have like, I don't know, the highest I've seen, I'm like at 175. The highest I've seen is like 120 million, which is a lot of health to get through. So we'll see how easy it's going to be now to get through those tough monsters. I think this is a good fix, or a good change. Disabled the regeneration boss mod. Wow, that's interesting. So this was a big one. So tough and regeneration was kind of tough to beat. It's interesting that they're disabling it completely instead of changing the numbers. But hey, that's a welcoming change. So you don't have to deal with that. Especially, we'll see. I don't know if they changed anything about the Gold Boys, but hopefully they did. The Holy Boys. The following boss modifiers now appear 20% less often. Fast, tough, unstoppable, fire imbued, frost imbued, lightning, physical, rend, sacred, shadow, toxic. It's pretty much imbued, powerful, elemental shield, material shield, occult shield. Honestly, I feel like these are the only modifiers that I've ever seen now. So we'll see how that changes as well. So tough, unstoppable, powerful. Those are all pretty strong ones. Like fighting tough, unstoppable, powerful, and maybe like a huge tanky monster is just really tough. So we'll see how easier it gets in the higher expeditions. So interesting. As a result, the other boss modifiers, of course, will appear more often. Like I've seen, I don't know, has this already gone into? Well, anyway, I've been seeing like different modifiers. I don't know if this has already gone into effect. I think, but yeah, the Justicarly doesn't use his inexorable advance skill anymore. Is that the guy with the shield that just sits there and spins and shoots at you? And I guess he doesn't use his charge anymore, so he's... okay, so this is one of the annoying things. So if you guys didn't know, the Justicar guys, I believe the guy with the shield, like the white shield that like shoots at you, and then when he would charge all the way to the corner of the map, or like the end of the map, and turn around and shield. So it was pretty much invincible at the corner of the map. So you had to wait till he charged again. So it's really good that they took that out completely, so you can fight him a little bit better and not just fight him in a corner and him be invincible. And definitely made the fight way longer than it should have. Let's see. Again, something with the Justicar. Increase the cooldown of the Justicar lead to repeated shots from 4 to 15 seconds. Again, I believe that's when he's just shielding and shooting at you. I've had it bug where he was shooting at me like a machine gun, and it was like tough, powerful, so I die instantly pretty much. So it's good that they changed that. Improve the indicator of the Aura Knight's superior Holy Dive in order to better fit the actual shape of the skill. Okay, these are the Holy Boys I'm talking about. I believe the Aurora Knights. It looks like they didn't change any of their damage, but of course, powerful and all those other rough modifiers are decreased. So this definitely helps you pretty much get hit by the land and not even be close. And that's happened to me so many times. So hopefully that makes them easier to fight. Wealth Omens now give gold every 10% health loss instead of every hit. I guess that makes sense. If you had a very fast build, like a fast attacking build, you'd benefit more. Now it's just 10%. So that makes sense why they changed that. Okay, yeah. I think last time they just like, instead of it drops 3 piles instead of 2. I think that's still in effect, but 10% health they drop, so that's good. Fix an issue causing Udai to teleport the player out of the game area using its trap skill. I think this has happened to a lot of people. I don't know Udai. I don't know who Udai is, but I want to say it's those big like mage necromancer skeleton things. I've had them like trap me and teleport me out the map so many times. So if that's what it's referring to, I'm glad they fixed that. Okay, now we have the Endgame. This is going a lot. Oh, this is pretty much the last one besides some other fixes. I don't want to say the last important ones because these are pretty important, but Endgame's pretty important. So the Endgame reduced the maximum number of summoned monsters from the boss on the final 4 encounter by 50%. This change concerns the following bosses: Alpha Silver, Devourer. Okay, so these list of bosses. This actually just happened to me. It was pretty ridiculous. They had like the acid rain modifier, and as I was fighting the boss, he'd summon like 4 or 5 of them, and the whole time I'm getting rained on by acid, and it was like, you can't really dodge something that's pretty much getting thrown every 1 second. So it's good that really reduced the number of summoned monsters. That's definitely going to help. Increase the cooldown of summoning skill of the bosses on a final 4 encounter by 20 to 60. Okay, that's definitely going to help again. So you don't run into situations like me where you're just constantly getting rained on by affixes. And hopefully kill the boss before they actually summon too many. And it gives you time to kill those ads if you have to kill the ads, so that's good. Legendary items can't be put in the upgrade rarity project in the dark market anymore. Haven't done that, but good they fixed that. Fix the cost of Legendary Regent and Seeker's Expedition. Now costs 30. Okay, so they fixed the price of some stuff in the expeditions, or the expedition, so that's good. Reduce the value of the area modifier's effect, allowing some types of enemies to have a reduction to the duration of crowd control effects received. Is this referring to like instead of like 73% crowd control effects received reduction, it's like 20 and things like that? Because that'd be interesting. Before it was like 73, 74. It's like, I mean, I'd take it anyway because I'd rather deal with that than like all these other modifiers that are on the screen. But it's good that they are reducing that value. Fix an immortality exploit during expeditions. If all players enter their down state at the same time, the expedition will now fail. Okay, good that they're fixing that again. The rest of the patch notes: animation, VFX, audio, localization. I'm not going to really go through these. Well, actually, animation is actually pretty important. Improve the Punisher exoskeletons animation. It's good that they're starting with that. I know there's a ton of animation problems with the big Sivir guys as well when they're charging. Sometimes they charge like sideways and things like that. But it's good that they're starting with the exoskeletons. Improved Hemlock's animation during the first talk cinematic. I think I've had a problem with that. Again, it's been so long since I did the campaign, but again, people who are going through that, hopefully that helps them. The rest of the stuff is just sound and localization and stuff like that. So if you really were wanting these, I'm glad I'll just show it on the screen. I'm not going to go over them, but very interesting patch. I'm glad they're trying to fix the game. There's a lot of problems that they fixed that are really refreshing to see. That'll help not only me climb in the late game expeditions, but to help other people level and things like that. Just with the monsters and the modifiers of the monsters, toning it down a little bit, because before, of course, it was kind of ridiculous. But hopefully it's at a point now where people are going to be happily able to climb through the expeditions. I know I'm at like 175 right now, and it's kind of sucks. Like when you're going through the whole expedition, you're on the final expedition, and you know what map it is. You enter that map with the Aurora Knights, and you're just like, really? It makes you just want to go to main menu and start again, so you don't waste time, because you know you're going to lose at the end. But hopefully with them nerfing the tough, the powerful, or toning it down, I'd say, hopefully it's going to help us clear through those higher expeditions, or if you're climbing through the lower expeditions, it's going to help you. But yeah, very, very interesting and welcoming patch. Glad they're fixing the game. What do you guys think about the patch? What's your favorite things to see here? And what did you want to see? Or are you happy that they didn't touch any of the abilities? Do you wish they would have nerfed or buffed some abilities? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them just not touching the abilities for now, working on the actual game itself, like the other issues besides that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.